So we're back. We're going to start today with the Clerk and Master of the Chancery Court. Welcome, Maria Salas.
Good morning.
And before we start, though, I just want to give a shout out to some of the council members who have joined us. We have Council Member Sharon Hurt, Council Member Erica Gilmore, Council Member Bill Pridemore, who is also the Budget Chair for Metro Council, and Council Member Larry Hager. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate that. I'm going to let you kick it off and turn it to Talia.
Okay. For the listening audience, the Clerk and Master records and files documents and collects fees and delinquent tax payments from proceedings in the Chancery Court. They have a current budget of $1.4 million and 18 FTEs, and they have a very small budget request of $11,000.
So talk us through this hefty amount.
You know, sometimes this is my first budget cycle, and I'm new in the position.
Exciting.
And you know, one of the things that was clearly obvious to me is that we have a very dedicated, hardworking staff. What I would like to develop, or I think that I want to develop in them, is a little bit of a healthy disregard for the status quo, and of thinking of this is how we've always done things, or we can't do things a certain way. And so I look at this budget improvement request for some travel and registration for conferences, some national seminars, really as an investment in those people, and more importantly, an investment in inspiration, ideas, innovation, so that we can go to these events, learn from our peers across the country, bring back those ideas to our court here, and hopefully have an increased capacity and improvement in our operations to better serve the public.
Just out of curiosity, I know that this is your first budget, so I think you've got a fairly minimal request on the training component, but talk to me about the new case management system that you all are implementing.
It's actually an electronic filing system, which is an add-on component to our current case management system. So for several years, we have a program called Odyssey, where lawyers and pro se litigants, if they choose to subscribe to the services, can get online access to the documents that are filed in Chancery Court. And this is different than the systems that we have for access for property tax payments. These are things just for filed in the courts. And the add-on file and serve is an electronic filing component where you could be sitting at your desk at midnight filing a complaint or an answer.
And how does that help serve?
You know, having come from private practice in the last 20 years, I know when federal courts, when we made this switch to electronic filing years ago, I was very concerned, not being particularly tech savvy at the time, thinking, oh, this is only going to help the big firms. But what I found as a solo practitioner or a small firm is that it helps me be more productive and effective. It can also help with efficiencies and staffing. So instead of having to hire staff and runners to come over, find a place to park in the courthouse, walk up and hand file a document, then I can be more efficient in doing that in my office. It's simply uploading a PDF and hitting a button, and then it's on the system.
So does that mean we need less paper storage places?
It could potentially mean, you know, it can mean that you could have less people capacity, you could have less storage capacity. It could mean that you just train your people differently and you have the same amount of people, but you're having them process the paperwork differently.
Okay, great.
I think overall, I think the people that interact with the court system are going to love this opportunity.
Okay,
When do you think that's going to be operational?
We have our kickoff meeting with the vendor that's been approved Monday. Okay. It's a webinar go-to meeting where we'll have our staff here in the courthouse set up in the jury assembly room, learning about the system, getting the financial components set up for the system, because a lot of it will be credit card processing.
Right.
And then we'll start implementing and working on court rules, working with the bar and the judges, and I'm hoping late summer, early fall that we're going to try to have a test group of lawyers and litigants that will test the system for us and then be live by the end of the summer, early fall.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Small.
Absolutely. Appreciate you coming and and welcome again.
I'm excited to be here.
It's exciting to see you. Thanks, Maria. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.